slow eccentrics around 1, 2, 3, 4. Let it stretch all the way down. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5. And with that one, I'm rounding my back a little bit. Rounding my back helps get me a lot more stretch out of the movement. I used to be very posturized when I did movements, which is perfectly fine. But for me, having an extremely long wingspan, it's a lot easier. I feel a lot more in the contraction when I am extending, overextending, turtle shelling my back. There's a lot more stretch being done on my rhomboids, and also the tightness of my lats when I am coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can speed it up a little bit. Stretch. 3, 4. Stretch. Up. 3, 4. I'm overarching a little too much. There we go. 3, 4, 5. We're gonna turtle shell again. Coming back down. Stretch, 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 stretch. Up. 3, 4, 5. Oh. With that one, you don't need a whole lot of weight for that. We're doing a chest supported row. So I did a chest supported row with a neutral grip. You could go super wide if you want. Neutral grip, me personally, I feel it a lot better. And I'm able to contract, so that concentric movement at the top, I'm able to pinch that a lot harder than if I'm doing a wide grip. I like doing, if I am going wide grip, I feel better with a barbell, and I also feel better with a cable wide grip row. Chest supported row starts to get too heavy, and my solar plex starts to get in pain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right there, it's a good pain. We come back down tight too. It may look like I'm using a lot of my biceps, but I'm flaring out my lats. Also kind of like turtle shelling my back a little bit. And that right there hurts my lats a lot. And then the slow eccentrics. See, I shrugged right there. Dang. Ding, 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 ding. Nope. Whew. We're gonna do a barbell row on a Smith machine. This Smith machine I'm not really a fan of because of it has a weird incline, and it already has like a lot of resistance on it. I know every Smith machine is different. This one's it's kind of weird, but we're gonna do a really close grip for this one. Another method you could do is go really wide, do a wide grip, and do about 8 reps there. Drop it, come in, grab a closer grip, and then do 8 reps of what you would say a traditional barbell row is, but we're gonna start from our knees into our hips. Nice and slow, like that. Control throughout the whole movement. Try not to throw it around either. Try to Squeeze as hard as you can on that concentric movement, slow eccentric movement, and then round your back out like that. Trying to tuck my elbows in more. So, a lot of issues you can see is when I start to fatigue, my traps want to take over a lot of that movement. Even my rear delts, I have really big rear delts because it's taken over so much of my back movements. And now I'm having to spend a lot of time correcting the form in which I lift. Because my biceps don't even take over the movement. If I did, I'd have a lot bigger biceps, but I don't. And I just have really big rear delts. So it's just one of those things where even this machine, like I said, has a lot of resistance. And when you're controlling concentrics, when you're controlling eccentrics, there's no need to go crazy on the weight because you just start hurling it a little bit more, using a lot of momentum and body movement, as opposed to, like I always preach, focusing on the actual muscle tissue that you're doing, which is your priority, instead of worrying about the actual exercise itself. We have about 4 weeks left on my kind of like bulking cycle. I woke up at 2:15 this morning, and ideal weight is around 218 to cap off. And then we're going to head into kind of like a 3 to 4 week deload, let my body heal, take a break from everything that's been going on, especially the intense training. And then during that deload, repetitions, sets kind of stay the same, but repetition schematics drop a little bit. It's a deload, right? We're not trying to provide as much as intensity. Jesus Christ. I can never talk. Comp prep. Oh my God. I can't do anything, bro. I'm trying to be an influencer here.
Do you work out already?
Yeah. I'm just showing my body parts off to all of YouTube. Squeeze real tight, then you let loose. So then after the deload, we're going to jump into a competition prep where ideally, you know, we're kind of looking at 3 shows right now. It really depends on how my first show goes. A lot of people know that. Even with me, when I coach athletes, it does. If we're looking at a 2-show to 3-show schedule for the year, it really everything's dependent upon your placing. Like if you do your first show and you place really good, then there's not, why do another 2 shows unless you just want to do another 2 shows back to back, then go to nationals the next year, ideally. But the issue we're looking at this year with my prep is ideal weight is going to be around 190 pounds. Now at 6 foot, when I go get heighted in, they height me at 6 foot flat, and my weight cap that they just bumped up is the 217. Even right now, I am not conditioned in I'm not conditioned at all, and I'm 215 this morning. So ideally, my weight's looking around like ultra shredded, single digit body fat percentage. We're looking at 190 for myself, which is just going to be pure death going into this prep. Hopefully, it's not as bad. I've been through some very, very terrible preps, like horrendous. I've been on prep for a whole year before and didn't even compete because my hormones, my body, everything was just, I was tore up. I was so tore up. So it's one of those things where I'm in a very healthy position right now, even with all my health metrics, taking my blood pressure every morning, taking my glucose every morning. Every 3 months, I'm getting my biochemical markers done, and all of those are coming back really great. So even at 33 years old, I'm in a very real good place now to compete and even come in with a lot more size than I did last time. Not tons of more size, but definitely around the 3 to 5 pound muscle tissue marker. I have seen a lot of improvements with my hamstrings. I still need to improve hamstrings, glutes, my back, everything. Basically, my back shots are going to really hold me back. My side chest is really good. Front double's cool. And also hammering and posing and getting more aesthetics with my posing. Every time I compete, I do really good at posing. I'm never worried about posing, but you could always be better at posing. And that's one thing that I still need to be proficient in if I'm really trying to place good and edge out other competitors. I could, like my last 2 comps, I placed second in open, which wasn't, that's my best placing so far. So I placed second in open in men's classic physique. However, I always get beat because my conditioning's terrible. The biggest hurdle I'm trying to get over is my conditioning this year. And that's my main focus, is just coming in ultra shredded, zero excuses, nothing like, I could have did this better, I could have did this better. Really just narrowing in conditioning, killing myself, getting myself to that ultra shredded single digit body fat percentage is going to be probably my biggest hurdle yet since I've started competing. So until the next video, guys, I'll catch you in the next one.